program is meant for adult audiences only. If you are easily offended, you are choosing to be offended by continuing to watch. If jokes upset you, whether bad or good, you might end up crying. Being a bitch in life is difficult, I imagine, but you must find a way to continue. For all the haters and lurkers, hope you enjoy the show. For the bigot army, enjoy the show. Don't be a pussy.
そうだ。テレビつけてもいいぞ。
冒険アニメ。
よりによって。
サイレンサー付きの拳銃だと。
ワクワク。
Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call
the Grifter Zone.
Good moo! Oh, you found your moo!
My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's 'cause Jesus Christ is.
Man, I want to get drunk in a hotel room with you.
That might be taken out of context.
Gay, gay, gay.
Oh. Hypno. How is it my fault? What? The bracket gifted this and I'm immediately called an anti-Semite? Come on, dog.
Bruh.
What are these characters? Nazi furry? Hypno, why would you do this to me? Said, welcome to Goonergate. Protect your booty hole.
What's up, nerds? It's Alyssa Mercante, Kotaku senior editor, and
nobody even wants you here.
And I would take her to Chili's, maybe. You know, like, genuinely, I just want the best for her. Genuinely.
Listen, if it was consensual and you didn't hate the Jews, I'd fuck the shit out of you. I would.
What did he say? People are gonna clip that. You know that I don't.
Clip it. I know you don't. Come on. But that's the thing. Why can't we have fun?
Bruh. That's an interesting way of putting. That makes sense.
He's jealous. Fuck yeah. Been knew I was that bitch. I didn't need a man to tell him the fuck.
And Hypnotic again, member for 1 month. Thank you. Enjoy First Berserker. What's that black stuff between an elephant's toes? Slow natives. Wait.
Wild.
Yeah. On the other end of the spectrum. Yes.
Okay.
I'd say that goes out of dad into dark, but sure, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Definitely dark.
Somebody replies and it says, "This is embarrassing." And he says, "Not as embarrassing as your take on trans kids. It was not researched. It was cruel and it had no basis in facts. So forgive me if I don't take all your takes that seriously." Who's this person?
Bruh.
Look at the fucking thumbnail. God of Cock meltdown. Oh my God, look at this. Oh man. Yeah, sure. Trans kids, for sure, man.
Right, but you're giving an opinion on an article with a headline that's inflammatory. So the fact that you're giving an opinion on what's on screen,
Did
can
I
I
focus on the inflammatory nature of the headline?
well, can I assume that everything in this article you would agree with?
You shouldn't assume. It makes an ass out of yourself and me.
Okay, so that
down his timeline, you're gonna see a lot of ass and titties. Okay, me on my Twitter timeline, you ain't gonna see none of that. As a matter of fact, like I can show you, I can scroll down my entire news feed on Twitter. Why would you ruin my point? I'm trying. God damn, why would you ruin it? I didn't do that. I don't know who this chick is. Why would you do that? I can't even edit it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Someone you love been canceled? Have you been the target of online harassment because of something you said or refused to be compelled to say by the mob? Did you mistakenly think you could be an individual, form your own opinions, and keep all of your friends?
Titty
Did your social
sprinkles.
credit score tanked because you had a conversation with, subscribe to, or follow someone who suffers from wrongthink? Have you been called a literal Nazi because you think taking care of one's physical health is important? Have you tried apologizing for your transgressions only to find out you actually poured gasoline on the they-them flames? Have you ever had a politically incorrect thought or, heaven forbid, made an off-color joke? Well, we here at the Office of the Cancelled are here for you. As a member of the club, we offer exclusive trading cards, flak jackets, lapel pins, access to bomb shelters, as well as audio tracks from based artists that are sure to pump you up for a day at the range and get some of that much-needed two-way therapy. Remember, folks, you're only canceled if you let yourself be canceled, and every one of those collectivist NPCs can go fuck themselves.
Eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat.
I'll wait some time because the longer we wait, like the more realistic it'll be, you know, when he comes back to life. The touch of the black man in a woke story. The God hand shining down, shining upon thee. White man as you lay down. Cis white man and couple in background. Understand the power of a black man is a God hand.
Pro-black Twitter!
I breathe life into you. One touch is not enough from greatness. One touch from the black man. Watch me do it again. Kneel and be amazed at the touch of the black man. I bring life. I bring life.
Pro-black Twitter hoes!
That's right! That's right!
Robocock, don't clip that, no!
Bruh.
Oh God, that's getting clipped.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Oh shit. I was doing so good tonight too.
Drop it, retard. Robocock.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right, we are live, boys. We are live, we are live, we are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do that, man, bring it in. Let's go. Bring it in close. Bring it in close. We're getting raided by a fish. Guys, we're getting raided by a fish. It's not exactly the best time to bring it in close. It might be a little smelly. Just might be a little bit smelly. But we're getting raided by a fish. Hurry up. Bring it in close. Let's go. We got to hug it out. Hug it out. Let's go. Come on. Hug it. Hug it out. There we go. I see it. I see the hugs in the chat right now. I see the hugs in the chat. Why is my eyes blue? Oh, fuck. That's from That's from Grivcast. Ignore that. All right, listen. You listening? Listen very closely. If you're watching on YouTube, like the stream. I know. Crazy. It's a crazy concept. It's a crazy concept. If you're watching on Rumble, like the stream. If you're watching on Twitter, like the post. And if you're watching on Twitch, right now, I will get Lumi to grab the biggest tuna dildo that she possibly can grab. And she will, in fact, peg you because you refuse to get a like button. So seriously, get a like button. Seriously, get a like button. It's dangerous out there. You guys are not listening to me. It's dangerous out there. All right, guys, can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking? What are we checking? All right, guys, listen, obviously we're talking about Oblivion today. I mean, that's obvious at this point, right? That's all anybody wants to talk about today. I'm over here trying to play the first Berserker, and everybody's like, so how about that Oblivion? So obviously we're going to talk about Oblivion. What else are we checking today, man? What are we checking? Melody Johnson says she's interested for science. Okay, Luby, you need to message Melody Johnson and set up a date for you to peg her with a tuna dildo. What else? Clipping toenails check? That's nasty. Why would you tell me that? Look at this. Oblivion Remaster check, of course. Oblivion Remaster check, of course. Tuna pounding check? Interesting. Testicular fortitude check? Of course. Oblivion check? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. They better not ruin my favorite game check? I mean, I think you'll be fine. Throat check? Whose throat? Ultra Instinct check? I summoned it in the last boss battle. I'm just saying. Type 1, Type 2 check? Sounds like a disease. Abyss ass check? Or Abby's ass check? Why'd I read that as Abyss? I'm retarded. Unreal 5 whamming with mention check? I'm gonna make food check? You better make me something. Horse armor check? Better things to play check? Actually, I don't disagree with that. Is Melody here? Waves. Yes, she's here. Darth Hypnotic Emperor check. Nice. All right, guys, listen. Our ESG scores are... James Gooper says Lum Lum sent me. Well, hopefully I can keep you here. All right, guys, listen. Our ESG scores are at their maximum. We are fully funded. Like the stream. Let's go. This is the part where I might lose the Lum Lum viewers. Okay, this might be a problem. All right, guys, listen. Well, actually, it's after this part, so you're fine for the next couple of seconds. Let's do the Bigot Army roll call, and let's see who is in his chat right now. Aside from former Kotaku urinalists, black samurais that unfortunately do exist, and people that have a weird obsession with my manga channel, all because they want to zoom in on my videos and they just want to like find out where I live for some odd reason, even though like it's kind of retarded and that's not exactly going to work like that. But that's fine. But that's perfectly fine. Melody Johnson, Randall the Vandal, Lock PSB, Zakali, Jamalama, Arnold Salinas, Angry Wolverine 2060. We got Shurit saying hail. What's up, Shurit? We got Louis Messina. We got Triple J Jr. We got Tim Grove. We got Kay, the Goonette Queen. We got Oracle of Doom 222. We got Hanny, Lock PSB, Dragon, Yamato 85, the Thwarted Geek himself. What's up, man? We got Hath Not Seen, Radio Chimp, Soul Reaper 2078, Steve the Lynx, Hypnotic and Rapture, T-Jazz Art and Comics, Melody Johnson, Mystic Vegeta, Tiberius, Piranha Pout, Kenshin Himura, Robin Oz, GDR is here, you goddamn right. Stin Rocks, Stephen McGregor, Somnus, Jamalama, Taffney M, Tanya Raven, Demon Carol, Commander Sonok, Nightmare 13, The Voice in the Water. Shout out to you, man. Valerian LT, Charlie Nuclear, Jeremiah Maxwell says here, kind of, sort of. Delta Sierra, J Sims, Rodoka, Guffar 35, The True Aztec Warrior, Latino Heat himself, Zalosi, The Modifiers, Raziel, Ermac Rules, Dead Star, Vicious with the evil emojis. Chicken Senpai BB. Alucard. Alice Smith. Yokai Dragon. Panzer Tank. All right, guys, 4 more people is all I can afford to call. I'm sorry. For all the new people watching, I can only call out 4 more people. If you're expecting more than 4, you're going to be sorely disappointed. We got Cesar Velasquez. We got Adair Soto. We got Oliver Adam. We got Throton's Heirs Retro Gaming and Chess. We got Sean Medwick. What up, dude? We got BK. Chaz Dragoon. We got Lionheart. Morticia. Paul Byersmith. Angry Wolverine. Parrot Head. Omnis Ra. Koishiro Izumi. What's up, dude? We got James Gooper. We got Lord Gentis. We got Mr. Rouge. I said it before on Griffcast, and I'll say it again on Hypnocast. Mr. Rouge is a fucking legend. Not because of the Red Boys he'd be throwing out like crazy, but because this man today, on the day of launch, just randomly decided to gift me Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered. Like, it just came out of nowhere. So I know I thanked him already on Griffcast, but I'm thanking him here on the bigger stream because he deserves it. Shout out to you. Then we got Nightmare 13, Hypnos Canticarius Crabito, and then we got Pat Starr. And then last but not least, we got Chaotic Holy. All right, guys, listen. I called out as many people as I possibly could. It is now time to sacrifice your fellow Bigot Army member, and let's see who is going to get the massive money shot today. And keep in mind, guys, we got new blood. We got new blood in the chat. All right, they came over from Lumi Stream. They have no idea what's about to go down. They have no idea. So there's going to be a lot of unprotected booty holes. So let's make it happen. We got Commander Sodok saying no Jaffe, no Alyssa, to go down ×3. And she got 1, 2. What the fuck? Are you serious, Hanny? Are you serious, Hanny? We got new blood in the chat. Why are you so thirsty? Why are you so thirsty? You fucking spamming the chat. God damn it. We had new blood. We have new blood in the chat, man. Come on, Hanny. God damn it, man. All right, well. Congratulations to man, this fucking guy, man. Congratulations to Hanny. You are the recipient of the money shot today.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Unbelievable.
What the?
Like the stream, boys. That's insane, bro. Hanny just be thirsty as fuck, bro. I mean, don't get me wrong. I respect it, but goddamn. Not when we have new blood. We could have sacrificed somebody new today. And we didn't do it. Now we got to hope they come back. They're not coming back after that. That's all right. All right, guys. No, seriously, like the stream. Listen, we got a lot to talk about, boys. All right. What are we going to be talking about? It's going to be all Elder Scrolls. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We got Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered officially announced today. And needless to say, the internet's going crazy. And to be honest with you, the reason why we're going to fill up the whole stream with Elder Scrolls conversation is because there are so many different facets of this conversation happening at the same exact time that you could fill up an entire 2-hour stream with this. So we are going to be talking about Elder Scrolls Remastered. We are going to be looking at the trailer that dropped. We are going to be looking at the reaction to the trailer. We're going to be talking about body type A and B. We're going to be talking about all this fucking shit. We're going to talk about the fake boycott that people are trying to pretend as if it was happening, right? You have these people out there on Twitter that are trying to push this narrative about, oh, there was an anti-woke boycott and you guys are getting felt. Nobody called for a boycott. Stop the fucking lie, bro. Stop the fucking lie. All right, people, the only thing people called out was the body type A and B stuff. Nobody ever said boycott this game. Nobody said that before the game came out. Nobody's saying that after the game came out. But then you got people that are trying to push the narrative because they want to make it seem as if they're getting a victory, right? They want to make it seem as if they're getting a victory over who? I really don't know, because everybody's playing this fucking game as expected. But that's besides the point. So yeah, we got a lot to talk about. Yeah, exactly. It got shadow dropped. How the fuck you boycotting a shadow drop game? But whatever. Anyway, we got a lot to talk about. However, before we get into the content, and there's going to be a lot of it tonight, so get your popcorn ready. We need to do the #1 segment that is on YouTube. We need to do the #1 segment on Rumble. We need to do the #1 segment all over the internet. All right, the segment that has journalists out there zooming in on videos, trying to find out where people they hate live because they can't live with their own failure. This segment is known all around the world as the pre-stream legend.
Money, print money, cash,
Money, wealth.
capitalism, raise a bunch of money, more money, heaps and heaps of money, print money, cash,
Money, wealth.
capitalism, raise a bunch of money,
Super chat
money.
As salty as the sea, calling us no code names. SJW screaming, but it's money they blame. Burning with envy, they're falling flat. They can't handle the sound of a super chat.
All right. Schlabagoo says that I'm blowing out his speakers. Hey, that's how we do it. All right. I'm Puerto Rican. We like our bass. All right, guys, listen. Let us get into the pre-stream legends, and then we're going to get into the content. Let's make sure we thank everybody that was in this chat. What the fuck is this auto-generated AI I don't want to see the auto-generated AI bullshit. What is this nonsense? I don't want to see this. All right. All right, so let's talk about it. So today's pre-stream legend started with an absolute ridiculous banger. I mean, what the fuck? We started with a Red Boy. Who starts the pre-stream legends with a Red Boy? All right? Like, seriously, who does that? Who does that? This guy does it. Lurker Supreme with a $100.83 mega banger. I can't believe we're starting off with the $100 Red Boy clip. I can't believe this is how we're starting the stream. Let's go! Shout out to Lurker Supreme with the $100 Red Boy mega banger. And he says, Smash JT giving The Last of Us 2 a 10 out of 10 is not surprising. Other things he has given a 10 out of 10 are his gamer skills, Getting Sued, Dustborn, Concord, Robert De Niro, Snow White 2025, That Resident Evil Show, Pearl Harbor, Mikey, DJ, Ricky Martin, and Trail of Tears. Is that true? Is that true? Is all that true, Smash JT? I mean, I know the lawsuit thing is true, and I definitely know your gamer skills thing is true, because there's no fucking way you're a 10 out of 10 gamer. But, I mean, everything else, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm going to assume it must be true, because that's the rules of the internet. And the internet says, as long as you saw it on the internet, it's true. So shout out to you, Lurker Supreme. Thank you for all of this knowledge. I will make sure to utilize this in the future. And then you know what he did? This motherfucker decided to say, you know what? It doesn't end there. It doesn't end there, because he gifted another $100.83 Red Boy mega banger. Shout out to Lurker Supreme. He followed up again with another $100 Red Boy. And he says, the Mary Sue, The Last Jedi, ESPN, the WNBA, Mao, Hypnocast, Hillary Clinton. Why am I getting put in a list with Hillary Clinton? What the fuck? The IRS, Peeps and Dick. I love you, Smash. You are a good sport, but your gamer skills still suck. Damn. Well, Smash JT is not watching the stream right now, but I'm sure if he was, he would probably try to defend himself. Most likely. Not that he would be successful, but he definitely would try. So like the stream if you agree. And thank you, Lurker Supreme, for the $100 Red Boy. You know what? Listen, normally I save this for a 50 banger. But considering you gave 2 Red Boys back to back, I think we could definitely summon Kata. For sure. Shout out to the Lurker Supreme. I appreciate you. Then we got Raging D-Head for a 2. Alyssa's watching you from her DoorDash car. Oof. You know what? There's probably some accuracy to that. BioT Wolf 19 with a 5. What's the difference between light and hard? It's easier to fall asleep with a light on. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dragon with a 5. Bruh, that follower. He is non-essential as fuck. He would end himself. I love the story of Oblivion. I like to make internal lore in my games. Nothing wrong with that. Dragon with another 5. One of my friends could not believe I caught the unicorn in the game. Nice. Taffy with a 199. Resurrect McDuggins. Nope. McDuggins is dead. The Raging D-Head with a 2. F. Robert De Niro. Hard with Alyssa Strap. That sounds very, very sus. Then we got Louis Messina with a 2. By the grace of Nurgle, boss man, resurrect McDuggins. No, I can't. McDuggins is dead. Forgotten Vet with a $20 banger. And he says absolutely nothing. Shout out to Forgotten Vet. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And then we had a Dare Soto with a $5 super sticker. And says, bravo. Thank you so much, man. Then we got Lock PSB with a 199. Oblivion has 30 mil players per Ubisoft's logic. Yes, exactly. If we were to convert actual units sold to Ubisoft math, they're definitely somewhere in like 30 to 50 million players. We got Tyrant Draken with a 2. Playing Oblivion Remastered so far. I like it. Nice. You and about 180,000 people so far. And I can see why. The game looks awesome. We're going to get into it. We got James Obb with a 2. There is already a mod to make it male and female. Yes, there is. And guess what? It was banned. We're going to get into it. Sewell McLovins for a 5. My body type C is ready. Next money shot is mine. Forget my cousin McDuggins. It's all me now. Bro, what the fuck is Sewell McLovins, bro? What is this Sewell McLovins? What is this? What is this, bro? Oh my god, this account. What the fuck is this? Yeah, how are you guys so fast on making troll accounts? Seriously, how is that even possible? Demon Carol with a 10. Oblivion got type A and B, or are they pulling the they them bullshit again? Also, fuck that new RuneScape game with their bullshit there as well. And shout out to Jay Viper for saving me money. Nice job. Yeah, I believe the new RuneScape game definitely has type A and type B in that game as well. Well, the fans for a 50. Oblivion already modded. Don't know if you knew. DM'd you. Yes, I knew. We're going to get into it. Thank you, Will, for always being on top of it. Hypno's Lost Gerbil with a 5. I spent time with Big Lovins. Dear Dad, don't make me do that again. Ah. What the fuck? Why would you hang out with McLovins? What's wrong with you? We got TJAP with $7.08, and this is tier 1. Shout out to TJAP, man, getting us to tier 1, completing it officially. And all of this before we even got into the content. That's absolutely fucking wild. And then we got Toxin with a 199. I hope Kata's cousin... Wait, my screen just fucking fucked up. What the hell? I hope Kata's cousin Kanye West is doing okay with the dick emoji. What the fuck? Why would you do that? Adair Soto with the angry super sticker for 99 cents. Shout out to Adair Soto. And then last but not least on YouTube, we got Tafty with $4.99. Just to clarify, I was making a joke with Big D comparing the background picture. Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense. And then Adair Soto with a $2 banger says, "Damn you mods." I'm assuming that's what you were angry at, probably, most likely. It's okay. The mods love you. And then Maximus BT with a 99 cents super chat. Shout out to Maximus BT. I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, let's check over on Rumble really quick. Let's check how Rumble is doing. We got Anti-Federalist Pain over on Rumble with a $20 banger. Let's go. Shout out to Anti-Federalist Pain with the 20. Says, bought Oblivion. Now I'm trying to figure out how to refund. Should have known. I let optimism get the better of me. Well, see, that's the trick. And again, I kind of want to go over that as well. That's the trick that these companies are trying to utilize now by shadow dropping video games. They're giving people little to no time to get information about what's in the game, and they don't want to feel left out, so they end up purchasing the game. But if you're looking, how did you buy it? Did you buy it on Steam? If you bought it on Steam, it's pretty easy to refund it. You just go into the website Steam powered, log into your account, and you should be able to do it no problems. So, but let me know how you bought it, and I could definitely help you with that. Shout out to you again for the 20, brother. I appreciate you, you fucking legend. Let me hold on. My fucking chat froze again. This is like the 4th time in like 20 minutes that the YouTube browser has crashed. It's so ridiculous. YouTube really got to get their shit together with that. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, we're fully caught up everywhere. Thank you, everybody. Let me make sure the chat's working. Yep, chat's working. Old Man Cad for a $3 super sticker. He says, how's it going? With the cute little sticker. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Okay. Let's get into the content. Are we ready? Are we ready? Okay, so we are going to be talking about none other than the obvious, right? Which was Oblivion Remastered. And all the super chats that come in during this segment, I will try to read them as they come in. So I'm not going to let them sit to the end like I normally do, because we're going to be talking about this for a while. So just stick with me, get your popcorn, and let's get into it. Boys, Oblivion Remastered has officially come out. It's been confirmed. It is real. It is here. People have a lot of issues with it, okay? You know who doesn't have an issue with this game? You know who doesn't have an issue with this game? Cult Classic Cage. Somebody tagged me on this, and they were like, this is Cult Classic Cage, after she found out that Oblivion Remaster was real. Oh my god, that's insane. Why would you tag me on this? Why would you tag me on this, you guys? Shout out to Cassie. She's having a great time. Cassie's having a great time playing this game. Somebody tagged me on this, and they were like, this is Cult Classic Cage, after she saw the Oblivion reveal. It's insane. Damn, don't do Cassie like that. Come on, man. You got to be able to make fun of your friends. They make fun of me all the time. No, seriously. Let's get into it. So people have problems. People have a lot of problems with this game, and people have no problems with this game, right? Some people are talking about, and we're just going to go through some screenshots really quick before we get into some articles, before we get into we got a lot to talk about, so please stick with me. Some people have an issue with the graphics. Some people think that the graphics look a little bit too weird when it comes to the character models. And then other people are saying, nah, it's fine. Obviously, you got older, newer, right? Holy shit. That looked like a certain journalist we know. People doing comparison photos, obviously. Now, guys, I mean, it's only natural. It's only natural that this is going to happen for a game that is so old. You know what I'm saying? Like, naturally, a game this old transitioning over to modern graphics like this is going to be probably a little bit jarring. But still, I don't really see any problem with the graphics overall. I don't get it. I don't get people's complaints about that. But still, everybody's allowed their opinion. That's perfectly fine. People are saying, what the fuck is this? Yeah. This is an interesting creature. This is what happens when you try to sue people and you keep losing and you don't know when to fucking stop. You end up letting the inner ugly come out and take over, but that's okay. It is what it is. So the reason why now Cold Classic Cage needs to repent for this. Look at what Cassie found. So Cassie was playing the game, and when Cassie was playing the game, she found an NPC that a lot of people were excited to see the remaster of, which was the Adoring Fan. You guys know the Adoring Fan? So she took a screenshot of the Adoring Fan and she posted it. So here you go.
Holy shit.
Cassie took a Cassie's crazy, bro. I didn't like this. I thought I liked this. Holy shit. So Cassie took a picture of Endymion and put it on the Adoring Fan, which is wild. That is so wild to me. Bro, I'm telling you, it's been crazy out there in these streets, man. It's been crazy out there in these streets, what's happening, man. All it took was Oblivion to release, and everybody's fucking fighting, man. It's so crazy. Anyway. But no, seriously, so some people have issues. So you got Endymion posting the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remaster is already pissing people off. What the fuck did they do to him? Now, keep in mind, guys, the Adoring Fan was never meant to look normal. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Adoring Fans were never meant to look normal at all. I don't understand why anybody would think that this is murdering the character, to be honest with you. Because it's like, why would you think this looks... Does this look normal? Of course not. The Adoring Fan never looked normal. The Adoring Fan always looked crazy for a reason. So naturally, in more realistic graphics, he's going to look fucking weird and crazy. Oh my god, dude. Demon Carol said Bella Ramsey. Oh my god. Now I can't unsee it. I can't unsee it. You need to repent. Why would you even put that in my mind right now? We just covered The Last of Us yesterday. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Why would you do that? Oh my god, dude. Holy, I can't unsee it. I can't unsee it. That's it. Game over. We need to redo this picture, but with Bella Ramsey. Somebody get on it right now. Somebody screenshot this right now and put Bella Ramsey's face on it. It needs to happen. That picture needs to exist on the internet. Holy shit, man. So yeah, people are fighting, obviously. Now, Endymion posted this, and a lot of people are obviously not agreeing. Cult Classic Cage is somebody who clearly does not agree with this. Jay Viper is harping the same thing with with Endymion. So I'm assuming he agrees. Some people are saying they like it, which I think the Khajiit look fucking awesome, to be honest with you. Although their hairstyles leave a little bit to be desired, to be honest with you, but that's whatever. Okay, so one of the main issues that people have is this right here. Okay? Now, if you guys remember the last couple of streams that we did talking about this game, I told you this shit was going to happen. I told you flat out this shit was going to happen, right? I said it was going to be either one of the following or both. I said they were either going to do body type A and B, or they were going to do pronouns, or they were going to do both, right? Come to find out, it seems like they only did body type A and B. But if you really thought that they were going to remaster this game and they weren't going to do one or the other, considering that it's fucking Microsoft, it's modern day Microsoft, and then on top of that, it was Virtuous. The company Virtuous, that is known for remastering video games, has done this before. If you really didn't think this was going to happen, I got to tell you, you should probably open your eyes a little bit. Just a little bit. So, obviously, in the original Oblivion, it was male and female. In Morrowind, obviously, it had sex. In Skyrim, it had sex. And in this game, they derped and they did body type A and B, or type 1, type 2, which is even more ridiculous. Right? So people are not happy about it, and I understand, and I get it. Now, the beautiful thing about this is that so far, from what I understand, and again, I haven't played it yet. I have a lot of other games that I'm currently reviewing right now, and there's no way that I'm going to stop reviewing those games to play a shadow dropped game. Like, I run on a schedule, so I'm not going to fucking drop my schedule to play this game right now. So hopefully when I do get to play this game, I can find out if there's anything else wrong with it. But from what I understand right now, there's nothing else wrong with it. And I don't view this game as woke at all. I just don't. And again, we're going to run into the same situation we ran into with KCD2, but on a lighter note. But as of right now, I don't view this game as woke. I just view this as a really stupid fucking decision from a company that we all saw this coming from. Flat out, right? You could play this game and enjoy this game and also understand that body type 1 and 2 are absolutely stupid. I feel like two of these things could exist at the same time. So everybody knows the body type 1 and 2, A and B, is fucking dumb. Everybody knows that. But this is why they are starting to shadow drop games. I really do believe that. They're starting to shadow drop games because they know that it is the inherent reaction that turns off a lot of people from potentially buying a video game. They know that the initial reaction is what drives a lot of the negativity that surrounds certain modern day video games that make decisions like this, right? So, in my opinion, from looking at this, I said what I said. Again, I don't think this game, from what I can see, is woke at all. I just think they made one stupid fucking decision that, to be honest with you, virtue signals to absolutely nobody. For me personally, I will never take this shit seriously until I am walking around in real life and I am seeing type 1 and type 2 on driver's licenses, right? Until I'm walking around and when I talk to someone and I say, hey, is that a girl or a boy? And they're like, no. They're a type 2. You know what I mean? Like, this shit doesn't happen in real life, bro. None of this shit happens in real life. This shit doesn't exist. In real life, nobody walks around and says that I'm type 1, type 2. Nobody fucking does that. You know what I mean? So, anyway, you got people, unless you're talking about diabetes, then that's something else anyway. I'm a bit of a type 2 myself. Can you imagine somebody saying that? It's fucking ridiculous. So, don't give them the idea. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Listen, they probably already have the idea. Let's be real. I'm a bit of a, let's be different. Exactly, Scott. Let's be different. Let's be a bit of a type 3. Let's be a bit of a type 3. So listen, man. This is where voting with your wallet comes into play, right? So here we have a video game that for all intents and purposes really isn't woke. But the developers decided to do something that was obviously divisive, virtue signal based, and stupid. So now the beautiful thing is that people get to vote with their wallet. People get to vote with their wallet and they get to decide whether or not they're going to buy the game or not, right? Which is perfectly fine. That's the beautiful thing about the capitalistic market. And at this point, it's very clear that a lot of people have chosen to buy the game. The game is massively successful as expected. I already knew this game was going to be massively successful. We've been talking about this game for how many weeks now? I already knew this game was going to be successful from day one. I think anybody with a brain could see the attraction of a Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remaster, or for really, honestly, it's a remake in my opinion, considering they have a brand new engine. They changed things. They changed the combat a little bit. They changed the leveling system. They added new dialogue. They did all kinds of things. For all intents and purposes, I'm looking at it more as a remake than a remaster, but maybe that's me, right? Maybe that's me. Now, me personally, the body type A and B thing is never going to be something, as long as that's like one of the sole things in the game, it's never going to be something that's going to make me stop playing the game. Now, things have changed a little bit for me because now I've decided to go head on into the video game review side of things. I never was doing that before, but for the last like 6 to 8 months, I've been doing that. I thoroughly enjoy it and I want to continue doing it. So my personal opinions about the video game don't matter. All that matters is the pros and cons of the video game. That's all I want to talk about and see what the game actually stands on its own merit. But I can understand why people may not want to buy this or support this or whatever the case would be. I get it. So I think yeah, it is a remake. I would agree that it's a remake more than a remaster. I think choosing to call it a remaster is a poor choice of words, and it's also I kind of feel like it opens them up a little bit, because if people really want to get pissed, and if people want to like go after them for using the word remaster when it's not a remaster, it's honestly a remake. Using the word remaster gives like the impression that for the most part the game remains unchanged. It's just going to be updated for modern graphics and whatnot. But the fact that they changed so many things, and they updated so many things, and changed mechanics, and changed the leveling system, all that stuff, it really should be called a remake at the end of the day. But you know, whatever. It is what it is at this point. So people have a big issue with this. This is one of the big topics that are happening right now. So if you look on the Elder Scrolls official, let me see if I can bring it up really quick. Give me 2 seconds. They made a post. I thought I saved it. But I might not have saved it. Hold on 1 second. Here we go. So Bethesda, right here. Bethesda Studios, they put this statement out here. So they said the following. It's been thrilling for all of us here at Bethesda to revisit a game so close to our hearts with Oblivion Remaster. When we started this project in 2021, we aimed to breathe new life into a chapter of the Elder Scrolls that set the path for so many of our games after it. We never wanted to remake it, but remaster it. But you remade it, so I don't get it. Where the original game was there as you remember playing it, but seen through today's technology. We were so fortunate to work with an unbelievable team and partners at Virtuous. Even though we had worked together before, we had never attempted something on this scale. Every piece of art, animation, special effects, and part of the world would be remastered. Some new voices would be recorded while keeping the originals there as well. Game systems were updated to feel better in your hands. Leveling systems modified for smoother progression and balance. We looked at every part, carefully upgraded it, but most of all, we never wanted to change the core. Well, you kind of fucked up there, I would imagine. It's still a game from a previous era and should feel like one. We know many of our longtime fans will be thrilled to revisit Oblivion and the land of Cyrodiil, but there are also so many who have never played it. We can't thank you enough for all the support you have given us in our games over the years. Our hopes with the remaster is that no matter who you are, when you step out of the Imperial Sewer, you feel like you're experiencing it for the first time. We can't wait to hear about your adventures. So, listen, Bethesda, at the end of the day, again, for anybody who knew this game existed, which we all knew this game existed, and it just honestly leads me to believe that this shadow drop, all of these supposed leaks, all of this bullshit was 100% done by them as a marketing ploy. They were leaking information about this game that was directly from the trailer, mind you. The screenshots that we saw that were leaked to the press were screenshots from the actual trailer itself that was showcased that we're going to look at today. They 100% leaked all this shit themselves. This is going to be, in my opinion, the new way that they market a lot of the bigger games. They're gonna try to pretend as if, you know, oh, it's leaking right now. Oh, drum up hype, drum up curiosity. And then out of nowhere, shadow drop the fucking game and leave nobody any time to actually have a thought before they got to buy the game or not. But listen, nobody's telling you got to buy the game day one, right? This is not like a multiplayer game where you're going to feel like you're left out if you don't buy it day one. I saw a lot of people saying they were going to wait because they want to see reviews on it, which I think that's a smart thing to do. But I said it before and I'll say it again. This video game was 100% going to have changes. I even said there might be censorship in the game. You never know. That's usually what happens with these remasters. I feel like this is obvious at this point. Anytime we get a remaster of a video game, you should understand that there is a high likelihood that there is going to be censorship, modern day bullshit, even if it's small, even if it's negligible, even if it's the shit that ultimately most people just fucking laugh at and ignore. Like the body type A and B stuff. They're still going to do it. They're still going to do it no matter what. That's what they do with these remasters. They do it all the time. So anyway, the comments on this is as you'd expect, right? Every single comment is about body type A and B. Every single comment. This one, change it back to male and female. This one, change back the gender options. I'm a guy. I'm not body type 1 or 2. This one, nobody has body type 1 or 2. They are male or female. Don't care, not giving you my money. It would make sense to do Skyrim, which I'm all for, but not with the type 1, type 2 nonsense. Nice. Now change it back to male and female for the character selection. Undo this change. I was a long-time player of your games after DEI crept it. It just keeps going. Want to explain this? Why take out male and female? I'll stick to the original when I could actually play as a man. I mean, to say that they're getting cooked is an understatement. Now, this is where the conversation of, okay, so the game is doing well. We all knew the game was going to do well, right? Let's look at the game. Let me refresh. So there's 182,000 people playing this game right now concurrently. All right? 182,000 people in 32 minutes. All-time peak 32 minutes ago. 182,000 people playing this game right now. And that's with all the drama, right? That's with all the body type A and B stuff. This game is cooking. And it's exactly what we thought was going to happen. But here's the question. Could this game have potentially done 250? 260? How many people are they leaving on the table by making a decision that was so easily avoidable? But see, here's the thing. Studios like Bethesda and Microsoft especially, they already know when they have a winner. Right? They already know when they have a winner. They know that they had an easy win with Oblivion Remaster. They already knew that. They already knew that. So for them, it's like, okay, well, since we already have a winner, how much are we willing to sacrifice as long as we could do something stupid and small like the body type A and B? Because I know that there are people that skipped out on this game and are currently skipping out on this game because of the body type A and B. It's not me personally, and I'll admit that, but I understand that there's people out there that are. So it makes you wonder, like, why would you give up easy money? Why would you give up something that is so easy? It's the easiest thing to just keep it at male and female and score a huge win, bigger than what's here, right? So for me personally, this brings up the conversation that a lot of people don't want to have, which is the body type A and B thing for a lot of people is not a big deal, right? It's a big enough deal to complain about, but it's not a big enough deal to stop playing the game. Quite frankly, this is proven by a multitude of different video games that have A and B that are actually good video games. See, the A and B thing suddenly becomes not that big of a deal if the game itself is good. If the game itself is not good, then A and B suddenly becomes a huge fucking deal. You know what I'm saying? This is the distinction that needs to be known when it comes to talking about video games like this. Where you have a video game like Oblivion that obviously so many people are going to enjoy playing, so they knew for them they could sneak that shit in there, and most people were not going to care. Most people were not going to care. That's just the truth about it. Nobody wants to admit that, but that's the fucking truth about it. Right? It's the same thing with Elden Ring. Everybody, I'm telling you right now, I can say confidently that a lot of the people that are on Twitter that are currently complaining about body type A and B have Elden Ring in their libraries. I would put money on that. I would put money on that. They have Elden Ring in their libraries. I would put money on that right now. Not everybody, but I would say a good amount of them have Elden Ring in their libraries. Right? Because Elden Ring does the same exact thing. Elden Ring does A and B. But Elden Ring is a fantastic game, so nobody fucking cares. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it all depends on the actual game. And I've always looked at each game by a case-by-case basis. And I understand not many people do that, which is why sometimes people disagree with me on certain games, and sometimes they don't. That's fine. It's perfectly fine. But nobody ever had a problem with Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Nobody ever thought this game was going to be woke. And so this kind of brings us to the next topic of the conversation, which is the conversation that's happening on Twitter. People are trying to say that there was a boycott from the anti-woke. How the fuck is there a boycott from the anti? Like, where did that narrative even come from? Where did that narrative even come from that there was a boycott against Elder Scrolls Oblivion? Because I saw people saying, like, I saw like Fratanga saying, oh, this boycott's going really well. Who said there was a boycott? I'm never, like, What? The game. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Let me see. Hold. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, because they're all like, all it takes is one or two big accounts to talk about boycott, and then suddenly everybody in their mother are fucking like saying, "Oh, there's a boycott. There's a boycott." Nobody said there was a boycott ever. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Jesus Christ, man. I can't find his fucking account. Did he block me or something? Let me see. Oh, because he changed his name. That's right. He changed his name. That's right. All right. So, let's see. Scroll down. Did he delete it? He might have deleted it. He might have deleted it. He had, oh, here we go. Nope, he didn't delete it. Okay, here we go. So Fratanga, and again, I don't know how Fratanga's posts just show up on my page sometimes. I guess it's because occasionally, like, I wished him happy birthday that one time. I gave him like $100 super chat because I was just trying to be nice. Fratanga says, look like anti-workers are failing to boycott another game. Who said that, brother? Like, I would really like to know who said that, because the only ones who would ever even say that, you are giving way too much ammo. You are giving way too much thought to these fucking losers like JDA and Your Torch Gaming. You're giving way too much to them, bro. Those people do not speak for anybody. You're going to have the JDA, the fucking John F. Trench. You're going to have the Yorch Torch. They're all going to get on this game, and they're going to be like, oh, it's non-binary gamers. Are you with me? Gamers, says the fucking balding 40-year-olds who don't fucking play video games. Gamers, are you with me? You're giving all of them, like, you're giving the entire conversation around gaming to those three fucking losers. When you say stuff like this, bro, nobody called for a boycott on this game. There ain't no fucking boycott on this game. This game got shadow dropped, my guy. You know what I'm saying? This game got shadow dropped. There's no boycott on a shadow dropped game. That doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Stop giving them so much like their conversation. Those people need to be ignored, flat out. Because here's the problem that's happening in Gamergate right now, or Gamergate 2, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Here's the problem that's happening right now. There are people within this space that have completely co-opted the conversation. I actually ended up comparing it to the LGB movement. So many, many years ago, the LGB movement was something that a lot of people stood behind because all they wanted, right, was to get have equal rights under marriage. That's how it started. And then the fucking T's came along, the TQRS, all this other nonsense. And then those people co-opted the LGB movement and turned it what it is into today, right? It's the same thing that's happening with Gamergate 2, where Gamergate 2 started as something that was good. The conversation was happening, change was happening, and then it's been co-opted by these fucking losers who are trying to pretend as if they're totally the anti-woke for the gamer side. They're totally for that, right? Your JDAs, your Yorch Torches, your John F. Trent, all these fucking people trying to desperately to pretend as if they're totally for the gamers when they're not. So the entire thing has been corrupted. And then what makes me upset, and again, I have no issues with Fratanga. I barely watch his content. I'll jump into his stream every now and then because I thought it was funny when he was talking about Sun Grand Studios. But ultimately, I have no issues with him. I don't care. My thing is, though, I hate when he does this because you are giving so much, and I don't know if it's because you hate the anti-woke. I have no idea. But you're giving so much, like, what word am I looking for? You're giving so much validity to what these people are saying. You're making everybody think, like, how many views does this have? This has 22,000 views. You got 22,000 views, 22,000 people thinking that there is a boycott being called in this game, but nobody called a boycott on this game whatsoever. The only people that called the boycott on this game are the fucking losers that called the boycott on Doom the Dark Ages. You know what I'm saying? Like Doom the Dark Ages is being called woke by the same people that are calling for a supposed boycott on Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Don't give these people any fucking ammo, bro. Don't give these people any sort of validity. They have zero validity whatsoever. They barely have an audience. And unfortunately, when you talk about shit like this, it unfortunately just leads to more validity to what they're supposedly saying. Again, nobody called for a boycott at all. Stop using Yorch Torch. Stop using Fandom Pulse. Stop using all this shit. They are basically the right-wing version of Kotaku. That is actually what they are. If you were to look at their website and genuinely take in the information, especially now more than ever, back in the day, they were able to mask it. Now that JDA has done the fusion dance with fucking John F. Trent and Yorch Torch, now it's just the Kotaku version of the right wing. So I hate this shit, man, because again, Fratanga tries to say that he's this centrist, whatever the fuck. He wants all the ideologies out in gaming. Great, so do I. So do I. So stop giving them so much fucking validity. Stop giving these losers so much validity. There's no boycott happening on this game right now. Zero boycott happening on this game right now. Anyway, so that's just my personal take on that. And again, I have zero issues with Fratanga. He already knows that. We've spoken a couple of times already. Now let's talk about this. So there is a mod, okay? There is a mod that was available on Nexus Mods to turn the game back to male and female, which we all knew that was coming. You knew that. I knew that. We all knew that, right? Guess what? It's already been banned. It's already been banned. It's already been banned. These ideological psychopaths over at Nexus Mods have already banned the fucking mod within like minutes. Within minutes. This is why I keep telling people stop using Nexus Mods. Stop. Stop. Stop using Nexus Mods. Go use DEG Mods. There are other modding websites that are available that are much better than Nexus Mods. They won't ban shit based off of ideology. Stop. Nexus Mods banned this faster than some of the other mods they banned. Gee, I wonder why. It's almost as if their moderators were probably on high alert for any mod that was coming out for Oblivion Remastered. Probably, right? Like, we all knew this was coming. We even made the joke the other day. We made the joke the other day that Nexus Mods was going to ban shit like this. We already knew that. They were waiting for it. They were waiting for it. So stop using Nexus Mods, please. I beg of you. They fucking suck, okay? They suck. Go use other modding websites. DEG Mods is one of them. I know DEG Mods, they commented on a couple of my videos back when the whole Nexus Mods things blew up with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. So, again, please stop using them. All right, let's we're going to catch up on Super Chats quickly, and then we're going to get into the next bit of news. So we got Maximus with a 189. Why'd you change the McRib music? You know what's crazy, man? I stream every day. Every day. Like, literally every day, nonstop. Well, I wouldn't say nonstop, but you get what I'm saying. I stream every day, and there's people that still don't know some of the lore of this channel. It's so frustrating. So ever since I got banned on YouTube for 7 days, I rebranded the entire stream. I changed it from StreamYards to OBS. I did everything under the sun to ensure that the stream was going to be copyright free and issue free. So that's why the music was changed. The music was changed because the majority of my intro songs and the majority of my clips was all copyrighted. And I was tired of getting a copyright, situation every single stream. So that's why I changed it. I changed it so I don't have to deal with that fucking nonsense anymore. It's very annoying to deal with that every stream. So, yeah, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is, man. Thank you so much for the 199. We got Saiyan Wizard with a 5. Body type isn't a deal breaker, but should be called out when it happens because it's those little things that got us here. I agree with this. My thing is, like, you can call it out, right? You could call it out, but see, the thing is, people aren't just calling it out. People are like losing their shit over it. But you could call it out and still think the game is a good game, right? You could be objective and say, listen, this is a really stupid fucking decision. Nobody in their right mind calls themselves type 1 and type 2. Your game is great otherwise, but this really kind of puts a little bit of a damper on it. Would you think you could possibly change it? If not, it's not a deal breaker. I get it, but like, what the fuck is the point of this? You could call it out 100%. There's nothing wrong with calling it out. Thank you for the 5. We got Dark Obsidian with 499. Thank you for posting my reply on X. Oh, no problem. Was that you? I didn't even realize that was you. Shout out to you, man. We got Chief Daniel with a 10. Fuck Microsoft. Also, Expedition 33 has the potential to be the next Final Fantasy. I haven't been this excited for a new IP in some time. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for Expedition 33. I'm excited. Can't wait. Obviously, that's going to be the next game that we review on Griffcast. Currently, we're doing First Berserker. But, yeah, we'll see. Thank you so much for the 10. So we got Miss Sparkles for 2 months. It says, the adoring fan is adorable. Can I keep him? Sure. Chat, are you being evil little monsters as usual? Hypno, can we get a body pillow? No. A sexy body pillow? No. No. Absolutely not. Thank you so much, Miss Sparkles, for the 2 months. Chaz Dragoon for a 5. Idea. Somehow get the industry to use 0 and 1 for body type. Now it's binary again. I mean, it's binary now. You choose between A and B. That's binary. Choose between male and female. That's binary. Like, it's still binary now just because it's not 0 and 1. But I get what you're saying. That would be pretty funny. We got Silent the Lich with a ARS 100. 2025, gamers keep paying the hype tax. Then go Pikachu face when played. No corporal deserves the benefit of the doubt. Stop being the battered wife in the story. Hey, but this is what I keep telling people, man. I keep telling people that you should wait for reviews, right? There's very little reason, considering the insane backlog that most people have, there's very little reason to be diving into a video game day one. Now, I understand as a remaster, there is already a pre-built-in fan base for that particular game, so it's a little bit different. People are hyped that played the original Oblivion, so perhaps they thought remaster, ooh, can't wait, let's get into it day one. I get that, but most games out there will have, you know, no reason for you to want to buy it day one. You could just wait for a review and see what people are saying, you know? Kira says, I disagree. You either stand for something or you stand for nothing. Any game that doesn't use male and female option is instantly a non-play for me and an automatic crap game. End of the... See, I don't agree with that at all, because the world is not black and white. Like, the world is literally not black and white. The world is very gray. So if you're going to say that every single game is an immediately automatic crap game, if it uses type A and B, then you're saying games like Elden Ring are crap. You're saying all of these games that use type A and type B that actually ended up being good games are completely crap. And I can understand from an ideological standpoint to say that, but yeah, I'm not going to deal in absolutes like that. The world is not black and white. The world is very gray. War Maniac says India is very brown. Oh my God. India is very brown. That's great. That is great. Chaotic says, did you just say my hair is great? Sure. Kira says stand for something. Again, Kira, like what do you want from me? You want like, I don't understand. Stand for what? I stand for myself, and I've told you many times and many other people many times, and we're going to have this conversation again. I look at video games objectively. I take my personal opinions out of it. I only focus on, when I do my game reviews, I focus on what's good about the game, what's bad about the game, and what's ugly about the game. That's really it. Because truthfully, at the end of the day, there is no transparency in gaming, unfortunately. There's zero transparency in gaming. Zero. Absolutely zero. So nobody's going to know what's in the game. How did you find out what's in the game? Because somebody played it. You know what I mean? Somebody played it. Somebody played the game, posted a screenshot. If everybody didn't play the game, you wouldn't even know what's in it. So somebody's got to do it, right? So it's a little bit different from my standpoint versus just an average consumer. If I was an average consumer, I wouldn't be buying this game day one at all. And I've said that about a lot of different video games. I would have never bought fucking South at Midnight. None of that shit. Sergeant Sapien says, I love you, Hypno. You're level-headed except about depth with tattoos. I did... I don't care about tattoos. Oh my god. Anyway, let's keep going. Hold on. We got Son the Lich, thank you again for the ARS 100. Diz a Jizz for 9 months. I tagged you in X. Meet adorable fan. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here we go. Let's see. Let's see. What do we got? Let's see. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Holy shit. Fucking A, bro.
Holy shit.
Oh my god. This is the most cursed image that I've ever seen in my life. Holy shit. Holy shit. That is like literal nightmare fuel. Do you understand? Like, that is literal nightmare fuel. Oh my god, bro. Wow. All right. All right, it's official. It is it is it is alive. It is alive. Wow. Wow. Hey, but the eyes are a little bit too close. You gotta separate the eyes a little bit. Separate the eyes. Separate the eyes. If you separate the eyes just a little bit, that's fine. That's fine. Holy shit, man. You guys are insane. That was funny. That was funny. Shout out to you. Holy crap, dude. Thank you, Diz the Jizz. We got Accident Seller with an NOK 50. I ordered vintage Playboy issues from eBay. Can't wait to check out those body type 2s. Those vagina havers. As a type 1 person, I can appreciate it. See, listen, that's the kind of language we need to have. That's the kind of, if we're going to take this serious, that's the kind of language you need to have. Peaches and Cream with a 5. Hey, Poppy, those hands are still looking a bit white. No, they're not. No, they're not. You downloaded the brown skin DLC yet? By the way, the last couple of videos, I don't even think I've shown my hands, so they are not looking white at all. Scooby Pup becomes a member all on her own. Shout out to Scooby Pup. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. We got Accident Seller with an NOK 20. I could be your body type 2, baby. Wow. This is what we're at. Peaches and Cream with the 10 membership banger. Shout out to Peaches and Cream for the 10 membership banger. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Accident Seller with an NOK 50. People like me that mostly play ROMs, emulators, and 90s games win out yet again against wokeism, but also against greedy prices these days. Feels great. Actually, so can we talk about that? Can we talk about the pricing of this game? Because it actually brings up an interesting conversation. So you have Nintendo. Nintendo's out here charging $70 for a base game of an 8-year-old video game. They're not even giving you the DLC. They're charging you $20 for the DLC. So $90 for the entire experience of an 8-year-old video game. Elder Scrolls comes out and remasters the entire video game. They add dialogue. They add a whole bunch of things. And for the deluxe edition, with all of the DLC, they charge you $59.99. Don't you think that's a little bit insane? Don't you think that's like kind of fucking wild? You know what I mean? I just think that that's actually insane. But that's also like kind of expected from Nintendo, let's be real. But that kind of brings up the whole conversation of like, wow, that's a little ridiculous. But thank you so much, Accident Seller. I appreciate the NOK 50. Then we got Scooby Pup for a 5. Got a new Bigot Army hairstyle next to my name, I see. Yeah! You are officially a Super Saiyan 3. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. That is awesome. And then we got James Op for a 2. The body types are backwards in this game. 1 equals female, 2 equals male. Weren't we talking about that the other day? Weren't we talking about that the other day when we were saying it's only a matter of time before they are going to switch body type 1 from being male to female because they want the women to be first, it's only a matter of time. And that's exactly what they did, which is hilarious, by the way. So body type 1 is female now, and body type 2 is male. Goes to show. Alice in Blunderland for a $20 banger. Shout out to you. Thank you so much, Alice in Blunderland. She says, "Hail, sorry I'm late. Just got off from playing Oblivion Remaster. You and everybody else, apparently. Having trouble with the goldfish. Quest in that I can't find the 7th fish. Wonder if locations change. Spent an entire in-game night and still can't find it. Maybe they did. Who knows? But shout out to you for the 20. I appreciate you. I hope you're enjoying the game. That'll be great. All right. So let's go back really quick. And then we're going to get into the trailer. So again, the game is doing fine. Let's refresh. All right, this is pretty much where it's probably going to peak for the night. So it's at 182,298. Chances are the number's going to pass 200,000 over the weekend. Most likely, I got to imagine. Not bad for a game that was shadow dropped. It's the #1 in the top sellers. You got 460,000 people watching this game in a 24-hour peak, which is amazing. And the game's doing very well. So aside from the body type A and B stuff, people are praising the game for the most part. I haven't heard any issues. The game looks like it's getting review hit pretty hard right now. I gotta imagine that's probably because of the body type A and B stuff, but I guess time will tell. But here's one interesting part of the conversation that I want to talk about before we go into the trailer, because we're going to watch the trailer together. So if you guys remember, there was a video game that came out recently, which was Avowed, by the way. So Avowed came out recently, and the game completely tanked, right? The game tanked majorly, and the reason why it tanked is because they said, well, it's a Game Pass game. It's a Game Pass game, Game Pass game. Everybody knows Game Pass games don't do well on Steam. That's what they said, right? Well, I mean, this is a Game Pass game. This is a Game Pass game with no marketing. Shadow dropped. It's at 182,000 all-time concurrent players right now. Avowed, from a known studio, Obsidian, 19,198 concurrent players, completely dead, right? So I've always said for the longest time that Game Pass is an excuse for bad video games to pretend like they're doing well. It happens all the time. South of Midnight is another example. South of Midnight, Game Pass game. 1,438 all-time concurrent. These games are objectively bad games, right? And there are people out there that want to use Game Pass as an excuse as to why these games did not perform well on Steam. But I'm going to tell you flat out, like I say all the time, the Steam numbers don't lie. People try to make it seem as if the Steam numbers don't matter, but the Steam numbers absolutely do matter. They're not the end-all, be-all, but you can gauge the interest that players have in owning the product based off of Steam numbers. They're the only numbers we have. Everybody else hides their numbers because they're not proud of them. So that's basically what it is. They're not proud of them, and they're trying to push all the numbers into their subscription services, whatever that may be. Right? So this game, a Game Pass game, tanked. This game is more of a better comparison. I'm not even going to bother comparing South to Midnight. That's not a fair comparison. The fair comparison is a literal clone of Avowed. Same style gameplay. This game has the same potential fan base, right? It's the same potential fan base as Oblivion. This game did 19,000. Oblivion Shadow dropped at 182,000 and climbing. So I'm going to say the same thing that I say all the time. If people want to take the game home and they want to buy your game, they will, regardless of whether or not it's on Game Pass or not. It doesn't matter. Good video games are going to be purchased and they are going to be taken home. This is the truth. And Oblivion proves it. There are other video games that prove it too, like Stalker 2, for example, but they're going to be taken home regardless of being on Game Pass or not. All Game Pass does is allow people to say, you know what? That game's not worth me buying. Looks like shit. I'll just rent it. Because that's really what it is. Game Pass is renting video games. That's all it is. So shout out to Oblivion for proving yet again that Game Pass, you know, is not a good excuse for bad video games and why they do bad on Steam. Especially when they're day one releases on Steam, mind you. What's Veilguard's current numbers? I could look. Let me see. 1,053. With a 24-hour peak of 1,472 and an all-time peak of 89,418. But you know what's crazy about this? Veilguard hit an all-time peak of 89,000 and it fell so fucking fast. People did not want to stick around to play the game. They didn't care. I'm sure if you look at the achievements, if you look at the achievements, look. The game had what, 12 chapters or 14 chapters? Look, only 33% of players finished the game. 33% of all the people who purchased Dragon Age Veilguard on Steam finished the game. Part 14 is the last chapter. So, goes to show that most people didn't stick around. It had a really high initial number, and then people just left. They didn't care. That's basically it. Okay. So now we are going to get into the trailer. Victor with a 10, Hypno. Like it or not, Oblivion does suck. Why? It doesn't have McDuggins. I mean, fair. But, you know, McDuggins is legendary. It's hard to recreate McDuggins. We got on Rumble, Adam Juman for $1. Yorch said that's who he was replying to. Well, that's my point. Why the fuck are we listening to Yorch Torch? Yorch Torch doesn't represent anybody. Yorch Torch doesn't represent any movement, nothing. Yorch Torch is a literal fucking liar on Twitter. Same with JDA and all these guys. They don't represent anything. They only represent themselves. They don't care about the fucking game. They don't care about whether the game is good or not. They don't care about anything, bro. They literally don't care about shit. And then we got Valkyrie Winter gifting 5 memberships over on Rumble. Shout out to you. Shout out to Valkyria Winter. Thank you so much for the 5 memberships. I appreciate you very much. Thank you. All right, boys, let's get into the content, man. So we're going to react to this trailer now. This is the trailer that dropped over on Bethesda for the game, obviously. This is what they led with. This is what they shadow dropped with. And people were asking me to react to this. Obviously, I wasn't live earlier in the day to react to it. I think it went live at like 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I didn't get to see it, so we're going to watch it together and check out and see what they had to say and just kind of go from there and see what's going on. So here we go. Before we do, Blue-Eyed Scorpio with a 10. No matter how much the cartoon avatar pronoun cult virtue signals, they don't enjoy these garbage games either. Just like they don't like looking at Bella Ramsey's face either. Yeah, they don't. They don't play the fucking games they virtue signal about. And the sad thing is that they get free codes to play the game and they still don't play it. But they expect other people to spend money on it. Make it make sense. All right, here we go. Let's check out. Let's see what we got going on here. I'm assuming you guys can hear everything fine, right? I hope so. Raging D-Ed with a 5. Problem is if the topic turns to Grums, Ratanga circle jerking with guys like Yorch and JDA. Yeah, at the end of the day, man, most of the conversation that's happening online right now is not even about the game, which is sad. It's not even about the game itself. People have completely forgotten how to do that. You can hear it? All right, let's go. Here we go.
The others, they were taken to the tower.
We're watching this on 4K right now, just an FYI. 4K, baby!
They're behind us. This ends here.
You hold our future in your hands.
That's fucking
Take
sick.
with you my blessings and the hope of the Empire.
Sick. This shot right here is so sick. You gotta admit, so fucking sick.
Find him and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
Yeah, the music's very nostalgic, obviously.
Here we are 20 years later. When you think about the Elder Scrolls, to us it goes beyond game franchise.
Every time I see Todd Howard, I immediately think of 16 times the detail. 16 times the like that's what I view Todd fucking Howard as. 16 times the detail, Todd Howard.
Yeah, it's the DNA of Bethesda Game Studios.
Obviously, we're working on the 6th chapter here, but what's great about the Elder Scrolls is being able to look back at all of the chapters. Skyrim, Oblivion, Morrowind, Daggerfall, Arena, and each of them try to define role-playing games and open-world games for their generation.
Fans got so connected with the worlds we've made and these stories we're telling, and it's really amazing.
Oblivion was a real defining moment in the series and for how we make games as a studio. I think when it comes to a remaster, we want people to feel the way they did then, but it's still a game of its time. You want to keep those bones in place. You want some of that old charm.
Coming back to Oblivion now with this tremendous visual update is absolutely amazing. It's the world I remember, but better.
There's so much there, both for the Elder Scrolls world and also this evolution of our games, I think is really, really important for people to take a look back at.
Looking back and seeing everything we've accomplished in the past 20 years and working with these.
Hold on. Number one, we're at tier 2. Shout out to TJAP Steve. Thank you so much. He says tier 2 is unlocked. He keeps super chatting to get us to the exact number. I'm just going to throw the ears on because we got to keep going with the reaction. Demon Carol for a 2 says, does this mean we're getting new Gamer Poop series? Maybe. And then I wanted to call out this one. Hypno's adoring fan. Hypno's adoring fan, bro. Who makes these accounts? Seriously. Hypno's adoring fan. I'm your biggest fan. I adore you. Need to get a hotel room soon. What the fuck, bro? Anyway, we're continuing.
These people, like, it's really special.
Yeah, there are still quite a few people that I've worked with for that long, and it sort of gave me the warm fuzz.
Oh my God, bro. Look at that. They got footage of this woman from when she was younger. Look at this. God, look at these computers. Man, dude.
That long, and it sort of gave me the warm fuzzies.
Oh my God, it's been 20 years? I think the thing that gets me the most is the music. Like when you hear that music at the main menu, there's just like...
The music's epic.
There's this like flood of nostalgia.
Oblivion is the beginning of who I am. As an individual, as a game developer, it all starts with it.
I don't even think it took me till release to realize how big this was.
People loved it. Like
This is somebody who they were complaining about. I think I saw Pirate Nation take a screenshot of this one and post it. Hey, you know what's crazy? It's amazing how there's so many women that when they're younger, they're normal, and then when they get older, I don't know if it's because they want to try to feel young or something, but they suddenly go crazy and they do like multicolored hair and all this fucking crazy nonsense. It's like, bro, what are we doing?
Loved it.
Such a key moment in our history of making games and the evolution of how we build these worlds, and having players be able to come back and experience that is really amazing. We had that really special moment of coming out into the world for the first time, what that meant to this game.
Every time we think about Oblivion, it's, what if we could give that moment to everybody again?
I was born 87 years ago. For 65 years, I've ruled as Tamriel's emperor.
Fucking epic.
But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams.
You know what's crazy too? This voice acting is so superior to Avowed, which is so sad when you think about it. It is so superior to Avowed. And Avowed was the game that came out recently, whereas this is like a remaster. But keep in mind, this is original footage. You know what I mean? Like, this is original footage, and the original voice acting in the first game is just so good. Which is why when you play games like Avowed and other games like it, you start to wonder, how could we regress so bad? You know, how is it that the skill of these developers have gotten so bad? And it's because, quite frankly, the people who are making the game don't actually care to learn how to make the game in any way like these people did. These people are really passionate. This was back when passion used to lead the project. Now it's not even passion that leads the project anymore. Now it's corporate greed and also different mandates that they have over at the studios. It's unfortunate, but that's just how it goes.
I have seen the gates of Oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see.
Whether you're bro, who the fuck would want to play Avowed or any other game right now? Like, if you're looking for an Elder Scrolls style game, why would you want to pick up Avowed over this game? Sincerely. I know it's Patrick Stewart speaking. I'm just saying, I love his voice acting. But my thing is, like, who would want to pick up any other game other than this if you're looking for an Elder Scrolls style game that's like somewhat modern? It's like nobody would pick up Avowed. Like, Avowed is dead. You might as well just consider, if Avowed wasn't dead before, it's definitely dead now.
Living these moments or experiencing them for the first time, the world of Oblivion Remastered immediately looks and feels incredible. When we decided to remaster Oblivion, we were really picky about finding the right partner. From the very beginning of this project, we had one rule. We weren't going to do this if we weren't going to be able to do it right. Our partners at Virtuous went above and beyond to bring our vision to life. The care and love they've poured into the Oblivion Remaster has been absolutely breathtaking.
Welcome to Paris, and welcome to Virtuous. Our team here...
What is with... Can anybody explain to me what is with the recent trend of people whose eyes look like they're in different zip codes? Like, again, I'm not trying to hate on the guy. I just don't... Is there like a certain thing that I'm missing here? First, you got Bella Ramsey. Then you got Halle Bailey from The Little Mermaid. And then this fucking guy. It's like, what is happening here? Like, do your eyes communicate? Are they just on different zip codes at this point? Do they live in different cities?
Welcome to Paris, and welcome to Virtuous. Our team here has been hard at work delivering the best remastered...
You know what it is? I know what it is. I know what it is. I got it. I got it. Somebody in the chat said it. Yep. So since they're developers and they have multiple monitors, they got to look at both monitors at the same time. And usually they do the Goldwing style. So that means they got to look left and right at the same time. I got it. I got it. You guys are fucking genius. See, what would I do without you? What would I do without you?
...the Oblivion experience possible. We've worked with Bethesda Game Studios on other projects in the past, so we know what makes that team and their games special.
We wanted to make the remaster more friendly to gamers with modern hardware. This is Oblivion in its most complete form.
That looks amazing. Like, I was watching Will play it earlier today. Shout out to Will the fans. And when I was watching him play it, man, when it got to the gate, oh, it looked really fucking good. It really did.
About time someone got here. Huzzah!
Yeah, so somebody to chat, Quantum DeLorean says, I've heard Bethesda gave free codes to the Sky Oblivion team. So they did. They did. The video audio is super loud compared to you. All right, I'll just lower it. They did. They did give the entire team that is working on Sky Oblivion, they gave them free codes for Oblivion Remaster, which I understand the sentiment. And they're basically saying, you know, we're not going to, you know, stop you from working on your project, whatever. I get it. But they don't care about that, bro. You took away all their fucking hype right now. You took away everything. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a great move on their part for Bethesda. But Sky Oblivion, and a lot of people are bitching online about that too. They're like, "Oh, you took away from the entire, you know, marketing and purpose of Sky Oblivion," because the way they marketed Sky Oblivion, they were marketing it in the way that Bethesda wouldn't give you what you wanted, so they were going to do it for you. And now Bethesda gave you what you wanted, so now what are you going to do? You know? But anyway, shout out to Smash AT in the chat. Not playing video games. Shocker.
Those familiar with only some Elder Scrolls lore will now be able to experience the events that set the stage for Skyrim. You embark on an epic journey to stop the Mythic Dawn cult.
The time of cleansing draws nigh.
From unleashing the Daedric Prince of Destruction.
What was the Oblivion Crisis?
All right, if my audio seems low, it should be higher now. I bumped up my audio. Is it better now? It's a little bit higher. It should be higher. I'm not trying to make it super fucking loud, but it should definitely be higher. Smash JT says, hush you. But come on, man. You're fine.
What happened to the previous Emperor of Cyrodiil? Why are there only 8 divines instead of 9? In addition to the core game, the remaster contains all add-ons, including story expansions, Shivering Isles, and Knights of the Nine, so you get the full experience.
On a personal level, it was really important to me to ensure that we're preserving the magic of the original experience. At the end of the day, we're all fans too.
Oh yeah, Kvel, I know that people are gonna play Sky Oblivion, don't get me wrong. Like I'm not saying that they're not gonna play it. I'm just saying that the thunder, you know, the overall marketing strategy that they had for Sky Oblivion is now going to have to change a little bit, because again, it went from we're going to give you what Bethesda's not giving you to, well, we're just going to give you a different version of it now. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, they're definitely going to play it, of course. Sky Oblivion looks awesome.
This is a dream project for me, right? I mean, I'm a fan. I have been always a fan.
Well, I played Oblivion for perhaps 10,000 hours.
Oblivion was my first Elder Scrolls game.
10,000 hours. God damn. 10,000 hours.
And it was one of the games that made me want to be a game developer.
The best way to describe it.
Will Killed Snake says Hypnotic complained about this guy's eyes. I didn't complain. I was just joking about it. And he says, but I'll take a nerd remastering a game this well. Yeah, of course, me too. I want nerds back in gaming. I've always said that for the longest time. I feel like what's missing from the development teams are nerds, like real nerds. Like real, actual nerds. That's what we need. We don't need these fucking activists. We don't need these weirdos. Let's put real nerds into developers, into development again. That's what we need. Me personally.
It would be to call it a love letter.
You will find your own path.
That looks so good.
But there will be blood and death
Fuck
before
yeah,
the
bro.
end.
Look at the axe.
The technology we used to create the original was cutting edge at the time, but tools have come a long way since then.
Okay, so you see this? Do you see this? This is the literal screenshot that was leaked online just a few days ago. Watch. This right here, this is what was leaked online. So my thing is, whoever leaked it, did they have access to the trailer? Or was it them who leaked it themselves? I'm telling you, man, this was their marketing strategy. Their marketing strategy was to pretend like it was being leaked, was to spread out information thinly here and there, and then eventually shadow drop it after all the hype was built around it. Right? They wanted all the hype to be built around it, and then they were going to shadow drop it with this trailer. And it was successful, you know? It worked. It worked. They built the hype around it, and that was it. But this is the literal exact screenshot. Everything that's in this trailer is the exact, like, screen caps from this trailer that got leaked online a couple of days ago. So I'm telling you, they did it themselves. They did it themselves. That's my opinion. But they did it themselves.
The original Oblivion is still the heart and soul of the remaster, but we use Unreal Engine 5 to help achieve all our visual goals. We think of the Oblivion game engine as the brain and Unreal 5 as the body. The brain drives all the world logic and gameplay, and the body brings to life the experience that players have loved for almost 20 years.
But it's not just about pure fidelity.
Bro, eat a burger. What the Hold on a second.
Have loved for almost 20 years.
This is what we need, by the way. We need fucking nerds at a table. Look at this. That's what we need. Oh, this is why, bro. Of course. Look, this guy's looking at a screen that's like 80 inches wide. So fucking close. He can't see either side of the screen. So his eyes are separating. His left eye is trying to see the left side of the screen, and his right eye is trying to see the right side of the screen. Now that makes sense. I was curious. I'm like, bro, you gotta back away. Back away from the screen. You don't have to be that close.
Yes.
But it's not.
Bro, you need to eat a burger. Do they not give you free food? You look like you are working at a really nice establishment. I am sure they have catered food. What are you eating, bro? Come on, man. Eat. I'm just kidding. He's fine. He's fine as he is. You want to know why? Because as long as he makes a good game, it's all that matters.
Just about pure fidelity. We knew we had to preserve the distinct style, making it as uniquely Oblivion as possible.
The brush opens a portal into the painting. You're stuck.
Yeah, he probably has a hypermetabolism. Most likely. Most likely. Oh, I love these comments. These are great. Hold on, wait. Big talk from an avatar. LOL. Oh, so let me guess. So because I'm an avatar, that means that I would never say what I just said, not being an avatar. Is that like the cope that we have right now? Is that what we're going with right now? You would never say that.
Here, like I am.
The Isles, a wonderful place. Good for a visit. Or eternity.
I know it's just a joke, but that's why I'm asking you. I can't ask you just because it's a joke.
We've leveraged nearly every major feature from the latest version of Unreal 5.
Our goal was to push the visuals to the next level using the latest technologies. We created brand new, highly detailed character models and stunning landscapes that use millions of polygons in each asset, allowing us a truly...
Jacob says, I think he just pointed out you might have issues of your own. Of course, we all do. We all do. Everybody does. Doesn't mean we can't make fun of it. Why not? You got to learn to laugh at yourself. I laugh at myself more than anybody. You know what I mean? You need to be able to laugh at yourself. This is why comedy is slowly dying, because people can't laugh at themselves.
Impressive level of detail in the world. Every single asset in this game was completely redesigned and handcrafted from scratch.
We implemented an advanced real-time lighting system that accurately simulates how light interacts with the environment. This results in more realistic lighting and atmospheric effects.
Bro, this shit looks amazing, man. Seriously. This shit looks amazing. Like the way, and you know what? I'll put it to you like this though. The easiest thing to make look amazing is in a remaster is the graphics, right? Because when you're remastering a game this old, I think the expectations are so low, considering the graphics of the original, that pretty much anything will look good as long as it has modern, somewhat modern graphics. So I think it looks fantastic. But they definitely got the detail down for sure. And the lighting is pretty top tier, I think.
While the original game had limited dynamic shadows, now the entire world reacts naturally to light.
Also, keep in mind, the people who remastered this game, Virtuos, they have been remastering games like crazy. They have a lot of experience in remastering games with Unreal Engine 5. So if anybody's going to know how to make a game look good in Unreal Engine 5, I would imagine it's going to be them, right?
We used an incredible new lip sync technology that really enhanced performance in our characters.
He left us a warning. Heed it!
And real tools helped us create the base mesh of our characters. From there, our artists sculpt each race individually to adapt it to the mesh, allowing us to share the model, rig, and textures.
So I saw people screenshotting this and putting it online and trying to say that the characters look ugly. I don't think they look ugly at all. I think they look exactly how they're supposed to look. You know what I'm saying? The Khajiit look like the Khajiit, although, like I said, their hairstyles, they leave a little bit to be desired. But I mean, the orcs look like the orcs. It's got they all look exactly how they're supposed to look. I don't see any issue with this. I think it looks good. you know?
As a result, all races, including Argonians, Orcs, and Khajiits, are built on the same base mesh, making the lip sync system more effective.
Holy shit, wait, go back to that one. Holy shit. This guy's neck is wild, bro. Looks like his face melted. Holy shit. That's crazy.
Making the lip sync system more effective, even when the characters have very different facial features.
Welcome to the guild.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. Wait, go back. Go back, play that part. This guy looks, I mean, look how good this looks. Look how good this fucking looks, bro. Oh my god, dude. And keep in mind, like, I'm a big fan of Oblivion, but I'm not like Cassie level mega fan, but I'm a big fan of this shit. This looks fucking good. I mean, man, like, the detail on this is unbelievable. It really is. They did a good job.
Welcome to the guild.
We have access to so many modern rendering features. You'll see them in something as simple as running through a forest. Insects flying around, fish swimming in the water, light filtering through the leaves. Thanks to these technological advances, you feel even more immersed in this living, breathing world. You'll really believe you're in Cyrodiil.
I believe you can handle a more complicated assignment. I would like you to retrieve a carved panel from the central chamber of the High Thane.
You know what I noticed? So far, we are about 10 minutes in of this 19-minute video. And I haven't seen a single female NPC. Where are they? Where are they? I've only seen body types 2. Where are the body type 1s? Where are the body type 1s?
It's not just visuals that we've modernized in the remaster. It's gameplay. It's UI and UX. It's audio. We've updated features and systems across the board.
We've changed the approach to leveling, which I think will make a lot of people happy. It's inspired by the leveling systems of both Oblivion and Skyrim, so it's the best of both worlds.
You see what I'm saying? So this is where you start going into remake territory and you leave the remaster territory. And while I'm obviously, like, I'm hyped, like, of course, give me a new UI, something a little bit more modern, you know, change up the leveling system, whatever, if you think it's going to be better for the game. But you're going more into remake territory now when you start making major changes like that. And you're not really staying in the remaster territory. That's when you start leaving that territory. Because if this was a remaster, then you would be keeping the game mechanics and just refreshing the graphics and maybe, you know, a couple little things here and there, but nothing crazy. But I mean, you know, people are going to have their thoughts about that. But for me personally, I feel like this is definitely leaning towards a remake and not a remaster. So I question why they called it a remaster.
We were able to fully recreate.
Fita says, I know what you mean, Hypno, but it really feels the same. I'm not saying it doesn't feel the same. I'm just saying that when you start making major changes like that to overall, like, mechanics and leveling systems and things of that nature, that's when I say you start going into remake territory. Because if somebody played the original Oblivion and they go into the remaster thinking this is just going to be an upgraded, you know, graphically upgraded game for, you know, modern graphics, but realistically it's the same game, same play, same whatever, it starts to change, you know? That's all I'm saying. But that's just, again, that's my personal belief.
Create the character models, creating a physicality that feels more human. You see that in places like combat animations, where there's a lot more separation between the upper and lower body.
That lighting is fucking amazing. Look at this lighting. You can see it bounce off the walls and everything from the torch. So good. And again, it's sad because, like, you get this in most games that know how to do graphics the right way. But little small details like that really are very important when you're just overall playing an RPG like this. It's really good.
And all the animations have more flourish. Combat in the original Oblivion didn't have sound effects, visual effects, or hit reactions. Now you'll get blood splatters,
nice,
sparks, and controller feedback. You know,
Blood splatter and sparks. Only a nerd talks about that and cares about that shit. I love it. Like I said, the small details, they matter. They definitely matter.
A little thing, but little things add up to make the combat more modern and engaging.
There's a proper third-person perspective now. The original had third-person, but there was no crosshair, and we felt...
You know what's crazy? Look at the original. The original looks really good. The original looks really good. Look at the foliage in the original. Like, it still holds up till this day. If somebody wanted to go play the original, bro, they would have a great time. They would have a great time. But the, again, the remaster still looks very good, obviously, as well. Still.
felt the experience could be modernized. One of our goals was to have a third-person view that compared to Starfield in terms of playability. Now, the third-person perspective has all the same control you get from the first-person view.
You have my ear, citizen.
When Oblivion first launched...
Greetings. How goes it? How are you?
Disk storage limits meant we couldn't have unique voiceovers for all the races. So we've gone back and recorded new lines of dialogue. Each race represented in the game now sounds unique.
Can't stand the sight of those creatures.
We also made sure to keep in all of the quirkier dialogue.
I really like the way they say hello. Sometimes it's so random, and then they just, hi there.
Hi there.
But it's like so nice.
All right, she's not bad. She's not bad. She's definitely not bad. She's definitely a pretty decent type 1. For sure.
Creepy at the same time.
Stop! You violated the law.
Stop! You violated the law.
Stop, criminal scum.
Stop right there, criminal scum.
Cheese for everyone.
Cheese for everyone! We are going to steal one of the Elder Scrolls from the Imperial Palace. You need to find the reading room. The blind priests will deliver a scroll to you there. Do not speak to the priests. They're blindfolded. I've chosen you because you are the best. Good luck.
Stop! You violated the law. Your stolen goods are now forfeit. Then pay with your blood.
Then pay with your blood.
As games have developed over the past 20 years, players have come to expect a certain suite of tools and controls.
Like sprinting. Sprinting is an interesting one because it was such a big debate internally among our teams. Some of us were absolute purists, but ultimately, we decided it's 2025 and people are going to want to sprint. In fact, all of the character locomotion has been completely redone from scratch.
Interesting.
And that has a huge impact from the very beginning of the game.
Interesting.
Every single updated or new feature was
adding a sprint button. That's interesting. That's interesting. I'm not surprised that they did that, to be honest with you.
Implemented with a...
But again, see, Naked Snake says, man, they changed a lot. Exactly. So, like, this is why, for me personally, I get out of remaster and I go towards remake when I hear what they're doing to the game and I hear how much things they've changed. Like, the moment you say you added a sprint in a game that didn't have a sprint, bro, like, I really think that this is a remake. I don't think this is a remaster. Not that it fucking matters, bro, but I'm just saying, me personally, that's where I'm at mentally with this game. I view it as a remake.
The player in mind. It all comes down to what makes Oblivion, Oblivion. What are those?
Right, Future Boy says semantics, exactly. Like, it's, I'm not saying, again, none of this matters. This is just, we're just having a fucking nerd argument right now. That's literally what's happening right now. We're just having a nerd argument right now. None of it fucking matters. But for me personally, I just view this as a remake. It is well past remaster at this point, in my opinion.
Features that just immediately come to mind for players when they think of the game.
The mini games are the mini games. Those are so iconic to Oblivion.
Great. How's it go again?
Like lockpicking. You can
wow,
put a fresh coat of
lockpicking.
paint
Oh my god, something Avowed didn't have.
on it, but you can't change it too much because it's part of the core experience.
Tell that to
Whether
Avowed.
you're returning to Cyrodiil or you're a newcomer.
I'm going to follow you and watch you.
Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. The adoring fan. Little did he know he would be the topic of the conversation all over Twitter right now. Look, Hypno's adoring fan says, hey, it's me. Fucking guy, bro. This is the MVP right now. This is the MVP. This man stole the conversation from body type A and B for like an hour on Twitter. And it was all about the adoring fan. It's like, bro, the adoring fan has always been weird. Always been weird.
And worship the ground you walk on.
You will instantly feel at home. It just feels better. We've modernized a lot, but it's still the same incredible adventure and the same carefully handcrafted world.
Well, it's about time. Do you know how long we've been
Holy
waiting?
shit. Bro, holy shit. This woman looks insane. Matilda Petit. Yeah, I know somebody else named Petit as well. They work at Kotaku. They actually look pretty similar to you. Just a little bit more on the type 2 side of things, but still. They look really really close to you.
Waiting?
Oblivion is a core part of the story of Bethesda Game Studios. None of what we're surrounded by right now would be here if we hadn't made that game and if it hadn't been the success that it was. The effort that we put into it, the sort of the love that went into it, I think that comes across on the screen.
To have worked on something that people care enough where you're in a position where you can remaster it, it's a privilege.
And now,
shit.
to help introduce this
White girl talking about privilege. Be careful. Be careful. Don't get her started. Once she starts, you can't stop.
Game to a new generation of players, I feel so lucky.
I really think that people, when they jump back into the remaster, they're going to be shocked at just how good the game looks.
You know what's crazy, man? All of the women so far have been like on the marketing teams. They've been in the HR departments and all that stuff. Not many of them were developers. But so far, I've been seeing all of these nerdy-ass looking guys working on the game, which gives me a little bit of hope. A little bit of hope. Now, granted, it's, you know, only a little bit, but still.
Oblivion
We need
games
more
look
nerds.
absolutely incredible, and I
We
think they're
need
just going to
more
find
nerds.
themselves lost in the world.
Even if it's just the music, for example, just walking around for half an hour in the world, you feel something. And that
Oh, I feel something, all right. I feel something, all right. The chat's like wood.
and that's precious.
You're going back to a world that you've been to before, but it's better somehow. Like it's
Flaccid. Immediately flaccid. Immediately flaccid, man. Went from bricked to a fucking mashed potato. Immediately. God damn it.
an intangible thing, but it's like it's new, it's fun, like it's exciting again.
But it's ultimately the same game. There was a lot of respect for what was before, and I think the fans will appreciate that.
From all of us at Bethesda Game Studios
and Virtuous,
we want to thank you for joining us today. Oblivion has a very special place in my heart, and being able to work on this remaster and bring it to a new generation of players has been an incredible experience. We were too excited to get it in your hands and didn't want to just show it off to you and then make you have to wait.
You could tell this is the big moment they were waiting for right here.
The best part of my job is that I get to be the one to announce that the Oblivion Remaster will be available today.
Wow, nobody saw that coming. If only we didn't have a bunch of fucking leaks. They were telling us this was going to be shadow dropped in the same day.
I was born 87 years ago. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams. This is the 27th of Last Seed, the year of Akatosh 433.
Man, this game is
These
crazy.
are the closing days of the Third Era and the final hours.
That voice acting, man. God damn it, bro. So good. So good.
Of my life. have seen the gates of Oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see.
So good.
This is only the beginning. Worse is yet to come.
Looks clear.
The time of cleansing draws nigh.
Who now will save us from the coming darkness? Here you must find your own path.
Remember the Emperor!
By the way, this picture right here, this picture, like this right here, is another picture that was literally leaked the other day. This was leaked with the other picture that I told you was leaked earlier in the trailer. So whoever leaked this had access to the trailer because that's where they got the screenshots from, which leads me to believe that it was them that leaked it themselves, in my opinion. Again, this is my opinion, but I feel like this is what they did because the screenshots were way too good to be taken off of some random video. You would have to have access to the actual original. So I 100% believe it was them.
Find him and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
Fucking badass. Digital deluxe content, new quest for unique Akatosh and Merun's Dagon armor, weapons and horse armor sets. So basically the original game and everything is included in the original, in the regular game, and then the extra content in the digital deluxe. So $10 more and you get all the extra stuff. So yeah, I mean, that's the trailer. This is what they led with today. They led with this today at 11 a.m. I'm sorry, Eastern Standard Time. And I got to tell you, man, like I said, it looks good for the most part. I've been watching people play it all day, okay? I watched Cassie play it today. I watched Luby play it today. I've watched Will the Fans play it today. I've watched a lot of people play this game today because I'm not going to be playing it yet. I'm playing other games right now. I'm reviewing other games. So, and just from the looks of it, from what I've seen, it's pretty spot on. It's pretty spot on. Again, aside from the whole Type 8, Type 1, Type 2, I forgot they're using numbers now. Aside from that, I don't really see any other issues with the game. It looks pretty good. And considering the price is not even a full price game on top of that, I think that's pretty good. So I'm excited to check it out. I have it thanks to Mr. Rouge. Shout out to Mr. Rouge for gifting it to the channel. Eventually, I will be able to check it out, but I do have a bunch of games I have to finish reviewing first. But it definitely looks awesome. So at the end of the day, I'll tell you guys this, man. I'll never tell you what to do with your money. I will never tell somebody to buy or not buy a video game. All I could do is give you the most transparency that I possibly can with my reviews and showcase to you the game and let you see for yourself what it's about. And you make up your own mind whether or not you want to buy something or not. That's the beauty of this, right? It's a capitalistic market. You get to decide whether or not you want to buy something, and I will never judge you whether or not you decide to actually buy it or not. I've decided that that's going to be what I want to do. I want to give you the transparency and let you decide from there. That's what I care about. So shout out to all you guys again for recommending this to me, and also shout out again to Mr. Rouge for gifting it to me. That's awesome, dude. I appreciate it. Dark Obsidian says too late already bought. Whatever you want, bro. It's up to you. Whatever you want. But see, here's the thing too. Again, this game has a built-in fan base already, right? This game has a built-in audience. It has a built-in legacy. Like, it's not even like Elder Scrolls Oblivion is not just your regular game that happens to be old, right? Elder Scrolls Oblivion is a fucking game that has a legacy to it. As gay as that sounds, that's literally what it is. Elder Scrolls Oblivion is known all around the fucking world for a reason. It's one of those games. And it is going to... It earned its stripes, basically. You know what I mean? It earned its stripes. So people always viewed Oblivion as like that game that they would love to see remastered. And that's exactly what they got. That's exactly what they got. So I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, but I do understand why people are calling out the Type 1, Type 2 nonsense. And I would have hoped that Bethesda would listen, but chances are we all know they're not going to. I think at this point, it's pretty obvious that they're not going to. Who am I calling old? Bro, if I'm calling you old, I'm calling myself old, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And you know what this game really is for? This game is meant to be the fodder for people to play while they wait for Elder Scrolls 6. That's really what it is. That's really what it is, because they probably need more time to develop Elder Scrolls 6. So they were working on this game since 2021. And they're like, this should hold people over nicely until eventually Elder Scrolls 6 comes out. This will hold people over. So that's really what it is, in my opinion, you know. So, all right, let's catch up on Super Chats. This has been an awesome stream so far. Thank you, everybody, for the insane support. You guys are awesome. Also, keep in mind, too, the game is huge, apparently. It's like 120 gigs, supposedly. It's 120 gigs, so expect that when you download it. Let's see. I think Cassie was struggling to play it, too. Wasn't she at, like, 40 FPS or something like that? Because the minimum requirements on this game is not exactly very light, supposedly. She was hitting like 35, 40 FPS. So she might have to upgrade at this point. Let me see. What do we got? We got... Oh, wow. We got a lot. Hold on. Jesus Christ. We got Alice in Blunderland for a 10. Should add that I like the retune leveling system. You still choose 3 attributes to level up, but you get what's called virtue points to distribute amongst the 3. Also, all skills contribute to leveling up. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I gotta imagine it was a bit more streamlined considering. So I'm sure a lot of people are gonna like the changes. Tyron Draken with a 2. Massive Rod Howard or Retard. Okay. Dragon with a 5. The hero Cyrodiil. Kavach. Nice. Raptor Kratos with a 5. It could have been Stanfield, but they fucked that up somehow. I'm assuming you meant Starfield. I'm going to assume you meant Starfield. Our cuz for a 10 months as a Bigot Army General says Hypnotic absolutely stands for something. Goonin. Unless he is on Griffcast. The Hypnotic just wants to fight everything and everyone. But he does pause and zoom in a lot. Repentance need not apply. Fair enough. Fair enough. J.M. Ross with a 2. Do we get remastered horse armor? Sure. Why not? Vet Gamer Borsifus with a $20 bagger. Shout out to Vet Gamer for a 20. He says, after my initial reaction, I put behind the things that irritated me, which was body type 1 and 2, and tried to press forward. The game is beautiful. Body models, faces are mediocre at best. Play is fun and smooth. So I gotta imagine that the NPCs are going to have the typical Bethesda faces, which is like the very weird, very awkward looking faces. I gotta imagine that's probably still a thing, right? Maybe I'm crazy, but like Bethesda's not exactly very known for having the most amazing facial animations. They're usually pretty like Mass Effect Andromeda, my face is tired kind of a thing going on. So, but shout out to you for the 20. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Hypno's adoring fan for it too. My body type is whatever Hypno wants it to be. Bro, you need to repent. Smash JT with a 5. I bet Microsoft delayed this for Avowed to breathe. Imagine if someone else owned Obsidian and Oblivion came out at the same time as Avowed. Oh, dude. Oh, dude, you bring up a great point. I know you're probably not here right now, but you bring up a great point. That is true. They probably have this game in the works. I mean, it's been in the works since 2021. So chances are they just took the extra time to keep developing the game. They probably could have released it earlier, but they didn't want to fuck the shit out of Avowed. Avowed would have got destroyed. Can you imagine if Avowed came out at the same time as Oblivion Remastered? Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, it would be ugly. It would be a bloodbath. It was already a bloodbath for Avowed. JM Ross for a 2 cash grab remaster. Sky Oblivion can still dominate. Yeah, I think so. I think Sky Oblivion will still be played pretty heavily. People are looking forward to it. They've been hyped for it for a while. Allison Blunderland with a 5. Meant to add 12 virtue points to my last comment. A little sad that the duplication glitch no longer works, but I'll always still have the OG. Fair enough. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for the 5. Then we got Dark Exile with a 5 membership banger. Shout out to Dark Exile with the 5 memberships. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Double Brewski with a 2. I would have preferred a Morrowind remake instead. Fair enough. I think that could be the next one on the block, to be honest with you. I'm sure a lot of people will love to see that. Allison Blunderland with a 5. No first-person horse riding for some reason, but they added new content and quests to the game, so I'm edging more towards remake. Yeah, I mean, people know where I stand with that, to be honest. And like I said, we're just arguing like a nerd argument at this point. Accident Teller with NOK20. I lockpicked the shit out of that cute glasses girl. Wow. Repent. JM Ross with a 2. Mod me, bro. No. Adair Sulta with a 5. I bet they're already making a video comparison of Remastered Oblivion to Avowed. It's going to be another laughing video. I hope so. I hope so. That would be fantastic. Because I loved the videos that came out about comparing it to Skyrim, comparing it to Oblivion. Like, it was just, oh man, Avowed was getting cooked. Avowed was getting cooked. So yeah, they need to do another one. But with this one, I think that would be great. Let's make it happen. Adam Juman for $, says check your DMs. On what? I'm assuming Discord. I'm assuming Discord. What's this? Oh, yeah, Yorch. Man, I don't give a fuck about Yorch Torch, bro. Yorch Torch Games has opinions are mine, the word of a feminist man. Bro, he's literally just rage baiting. And that's so sad. I hate using that term because that term was coined by certain leftist people. But that's actually what he's really doing, which is sad. Anti-Federalist paying for a 5. I am torn. It looks like they cared about doing it justice, but they also made a red guard a blade and gave us body type BS. I don't trust them. Who did they trans? To refund or not? Yeah, I mean, time is going to tell. And like I've been telling people already, here's the thing. I'm more curious about censorship because anytime there is a remaster, and I keep saying this, and I hope people listen, but if they don't, that's fine. Whenever you have a remaster of a video game, okay, especially a video game that is so famous like Oblivion and is also so old like Oblivion, whenever you get a remaster of games like that, there is a high likelihood of censorship to some extent, somewhere, somehow within the game. Now, granted, they kind of reversed it in a way because this game, they actually added like blood effects and whatnot. So they're actually adding things, not censoring. But this is something you always have to be on the lookout because for all intents and purposes, they censored the male and female, right? And they made type 1 and type 2. There's always something. There's no remaster that I could think of in recent memory outside of like maybe a Nintendo game that went through without a hitch, that didn't have some form of censorship or change outside of Nintendo. It's fucking ridiculous, you know? So it's something that you always have to be wary of when you're looking at these remastered video games because it's a very high likelihood. You can almost put 100% guarantee that something is going to change in a way that you're probably not going to like. It's unfortunate, but it's true. Then you have to decide, okay, well, is it a deal breaker or not? You know? That's basically it. Oh, that's a good, yeah. Alice in Bloodland, good point. Paper Mario got censored. That's true. That's true. I mean, but that was a while ago, though. That wasn't anytime recent. I was trying to think, like, more recently. Okay, let's keep going on Rumble. I think Adam Jubin for $1. Oblivion came out in 06, 1 year after my first deployment to Iraq, and 2 years before my second deployment to it. That's insane, dude. Shout out to you. Holy shit, man. That's awesome. Shout out to you. Again, thank you for your service. You are a legend, as always. Fucking Toxin. Look at this guy for it, too. Hypno, I sent you a pic. Check your OnlyFans DMs. This fucking guy, dude. Shout out to you. Our cuz drop it. What do we got? A membership train going on here with a 5 membership banger. Shout out to our cuz with the 5 membership banger. I will appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. That is awesome. Thank you for that, dude. All right, we are fully caught up everywhere. Shout out to all you guys for the insane support. We are going to end the stream now with the Waifu Battle. It is late. Normally, I would probably end the stream without doing the Waifu Battle, but fuck it. Let's just do it, man. Let's just have a good time. We had a great stream today. If you guys are leaving because you're gay, you don't like the Waifu Battle, that's fine. Make sure to like the stream on the way out, and we will see you tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another stream. But on that note, let's get into the Waifu Battle, and let's see who is going to win tonight. All right, boys, Waifu Battle is here. Now, if you guys are unaware, the current champion is still, ironically, Silver Sable, ladies and gentlemen. She is killing it. She is killing it. She actually ended up fucking felting the challenger yesterday in a way that I did not expect, to be honest with you. Oh, the Type 1 battle. Yes, I'm sorry. We are doing the Type 1 battle. I'm sorry. This is now called the Type 1 battle. So on that note, before we bring out the challenger, let's go over the rules of engagement. Rule number 1. All super chats during the waifu battle can and will count towards a particular waifu, but the only way it's going to count is if you put the name of the waifu in the super chat first. You have to put it first. If you do not put the name of the waifu in the super chat first, it will not count. It doesn't matter how big it is. If you super chat after the fact that you put the name of the wife you forgot to put the first time, then I will make it count. Rule number 2. You can vote for any waifu regardless of who's on the screen. It doesn't matter. You can vote for the champion, who is Silver Sable, or you can vote for the challenger, who you're about to find out. It does not matter who is on screen at the time. Last but not least, after the second waifu comes off screen, I'm going to do a 30-second countdown. After that 30-second countdown, there will be no more super chats that are going to count. It doesn't matter how big they are. The last super chat that shows up on my screen will be the one that counts. So please, if you are going to vote, vote early and vote hard, ladies and gentlemen. Do we understand the rules? I don't think we do. I think it's safe to say that we don't. What do you guys think? You agree, disagree? I don't think we do. All right, guys, listen. Today's challenger should be an interesting one. I think it's going to be a waifu that probably a lot of people are going to know. I gotta imagine. I would hope so anyway. This particular waifu was requested on Discord like they always are. And I figured, you know what? Let us bring her out and let's see if she can potentially take the belt away from Silver Sable, because obviously Silver Sable has been winning, and we need to start stopping that before we get another Masato on our hands. It's obviously going to be a problem. So let's bring her out, and let's see what she could do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the challenger that's going to go up against Silver Sable is going to be none other than the one and the only Kikyo from Inuyasha, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. I'm going to put the names in the chat right now. I got to refresh. Hold on. I'm going to put the names in the chat right now. Oh my God, I'm hearing myself. Why am I hearing myself? Here we go. Champion. Silver Sable. Challenger. Kikyo. There we go. We're going old school right now, boys. We're going old school. Inuyasha, make up your mind. Let's go. Make up your mind. Rotsilian says, what is this reality? Yes, it is. It is. Let's go. It is. You never watched that one? Damn, degenerate. Damn. Seriously? Seriously? Will chat even know who Kikyo is? Maybe. I don't know. I would hope so, but then again, maybe that's too old school. Maybe I went too far back. I probably went too far back. Everybody's like, I have no idea who this is. I can't vote for her because I don't know who she is. I understand. Use your eyes if you don't know who she is. Use your eyes. How about that? We got Demon Carol with a $2 banger starting us off, saying Kikyo because fuck it. You know what? I like that answer. I like that answer. That's a good answer. That's a good answer. Toxin says, we know Inuyasha, bro. Come on. Apparently not. Apparently not. Benji says, I'm 34 and I'm starting to feel my age. Oh, man. It only gets worse. Don't worry. It only gets worse. We got Allison Blunderland with a 10. Says, I vote for Silver Sable. She's actually pretty sexy, and I say this as a straight woman. I don't think she's straight. I don't think she's straight. Yes, she is from Inuyasha. Yes. For those of you asking in the chat. She is from Inuyasha. Louis Messina with a 2 says, Kikyo, classics indeed. That's how you do it, baby. That's how you do it. Silver Sable felt at the challenger yesterday. I'm hoping we don't get a repeat of that. That would be kind of sad. Because Kikyo, I feel like she deserves to like not win, but like fight hard. Angel of Destiny says you can't expect Silver Sable to lose if you keep picking waifus no one's heard of. It's not my fault you never heard of this waifu. She's been around forever. How is that my fault? How is that my fault? Rossilian with a 10 says Kikyo would send more, but I spent the rest of the eve in tacky statues the other day. Hey, no problem, bro. Don't ever worry about that, dude. Shout out to you. That is awesome. Thank you for the 10. Toxic with a 2 says Kikyo, I'd give her my Iron Reaver Soul Stealer. That sounds dirty. All right, guys, it is time to bring out the current Waifu Battle champion, who is none other than Silver Sable. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Silver Sable or is it going to be Kikyo? Let's find out. Let's find out. We got the Nerdy Mechanic with a 10 says Kikyo because why not? I agree. I agree. This is why me and the Nerdy Mechanic are on the same page. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. And then we got Yamato85 for a 2 says Kikyo. Also, y'all need to repent for Minmei. They do. They do. Sin Rocks for $4.99 says Kikyo. Thank you. Accident seller for NOK50 says Kikyo can get it, but how can you objectify women like this? I need to study Kikyo thoroughly to see if there's any severe objectifying going on. You do that. You do that. Dragon Master with a 5 says Kikyo. Is it really Kikyo or Kagome? One could argue they're the same person. One may never know. Demon Carol for a 5 says Kikyo. Every girl that says they're straight, so is spaghetti until it gets wet. Nice. I see what you did there. Very nice. I like it. I like it, Demon Carol. I like it. Good job. We got Anti-Federalist Pain with a 10 over on Rumble saying Silver Sable, gun girls are fun girls, schoolgirl creepers voting. Wow. Wow. Shout out to Anti-Federalist Pain. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. The kneecap in the image is throwing me off. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. We got Dragon with a 5 saying Kikyo Lin is roaring bitch. Nice. Accident seller for NOK20. What about Yuki from Space Battleship Yamato? Listen, you never know who's going to show up in the waifu battle. Anybody could show up in the waifu battle at any time. That's why I keep telling you guys to protect your booty holes. Seriously. Shane McLaughlin says, did we drop we could get the mod for body type yet? They got banned. I think you would have to see it on another website. Check DEG mods. Check DEG mods for that if you're looking for the male and female mod for Oblivion. I'm sure they have it by now. Kikyo for the win tonight. Oh yeah, she's killing it. She is killing it right now. She is killing it right now. It'll be on Steam at some point, true? True. Why am I nerfing Silver's milkers? I'm not. I'm using the pictures you guys posted. You guys posted on Discord. I don't pick it. You need to tell the people who post the pictures to repent then. Not me. Dragon says Silver Sable just in case. With a 5. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. Why is my chat frozen? Here we go. There we go. For the 5. Silver Sable just in case. All right, guys. It is time to bring the waifus off the screen. And let's see who is going to win this waifu battle. We haven't had any big donos for any waifu, so anything can go. Anything can happen. Oh, no. That literally just caught up Silver Sable. That just caught... God damn. That just caught up Silver Sable. Holy fuck. All right, we got to hurry up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1... Go. All right, mods, that is it. The last super chat that is going to count. God damn it, man. Every fucking time. At the last second. At the last second, bro. Did I get anything on Rumble? Nope. Nope. Welder Craig with a $100 Red Boy Mega Banger. Literally at the last second, I was about to switch over screens. And he said Silver Sable with the RKO out of nowhere. Fuck. Shout out to the Walder Craig with a $100 Red Boy Mega Banger. I appreciate you. And then Louis Facina sneaking one in with a 2, saying Kikyo, no supplies until next Friday. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate you. Between Allison Blunderland and Walder Craig, I think it's safe to say what happened. But that's fine. We're going to nuke the chat anyway. Shout out to Allison Blunderland for that $50 banger. Mods, count it up and let's see who won tonight's Waifu Battle. Feed the ducks. Let's go. Feed the... Oh, that was quick. Fucking T-Jab, bro. What are you, like Speedy Gonzalez over here? I just put the song on. I just put the fucking song on. In the Waifu Battle, Kikyo with $52.27 against the champion, Silver Sable, with $194.77. The winner and still Waifu Battle champion is none other than Silver Sable. Ladies and gentlemen. God damn it. I barely got to feed the ducks. We barely fed the fucking ducks, man. They didn't eat anything. Like, there's no way that Silver Sable ends up becoming another Masato. There's no way, right? Like, that's not happening. Like, people are just fucking with me right now, right? Like, I feel like that's what's happening. There's just no way. Like, maybe I'm coping. I don't know. I'm going to play the song for myself right now. I'm going to play the song for myself. Fuck it.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
And that is it. That is it for the Waifu Battle, ladies and gentlemen. Silver Sable's going to go backstage, where she will face off against a brand new waifu tomorrow. Hypnocast, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do not miss it. And on that note, I have figured out how to make us raid faster. So, I'm going to play the outro. Wait, Anti-Federalist paying for a 5. Based nerds vote for the 2A mommy milkers. You think that's what happened? I don't know. I'm gonna have to dive deep into these waifus, pause, and figure out what's going on to see who I can bring in to take down Silver Sable. But I always win. I will make sure. Some way, somehow. All right, guys, listen, seriously, thank you so much for all the insane support. I appreciate you. Shout out to the Hypno Mods for doing what they do every single day. I appreciate you guys as well, but I am out. I am done. I am gone. And I will see you guys on the next one. We're going to do a secret raid. We're going to raid someone. We're going to raid someone at the end. The Zembro says you know what to do to make Silver Sable lose. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I will see you guys on the next one. Much love to all of you. Thank you for the insane support. Check out Griffcast tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern, to see me kill some more bosses in the first Berserker Kazan. And then after that, the day after that, on the 25th, we will be beginning Expedition 33, which I'm excited to do. So again, shout out to all of you. I appreciate you. If you stay to the end of the outro, it's going to immediately raid the person. It's not going to have, you're not going to have to wait 30 seconds to a minute anymore. I know how to make it go immediately. So stay to the end of the outro. All right. I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, go be bigots and go be gooners. Bye.
I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you get.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Her dog, or her cat, was named Vagina. Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Fuck Indiana Jones, put a ticket in, make her gay. Fuck baby gay, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in it, sweetie, and make her fucking gay. Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day California shit! 'Cause that's all we fucking know! 'Cause we're boring! We're so fucking boring! Twitter hole! Twitter hole! Get it right!
At the touch of the black man, I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life.